Okay, so this is the congruent angle equations quiz, which is very similar to the worksheet. So let's start with number 1. So you have this triangle over here, and you have the three angles, the top one being x plus 20, the left one being x plus 10, and the one on the right being 50. And you're asked to find x. Well, here you're going to use the triangle angle theorem, where all three angles in a triangle are going to add up to 180 degrees. So you just add them all up. So x plus 10 plus x plus 20 plus 50. So you have angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. All of these are going to equal to 180. Then combine your like terms. It's going to be 2x plus 10 plus 20 is 30 plus 50 is 80 equals to 180. And now just solve for x. Subtract 80 from both sides. So that's gone here. You're going to get 2x equals to 100. And then divide by 2 on both sides to get rid of that multiplied by 2 on the left side. So that's gone here, leaving you with x is just 50. And that's number 1. For number, and again, I labeled it as 3 twice, but it's the second problem should be number 2. So the second problem, you have a triangle that looks like this. 2x plus 5 for this angle, x minus 5 for this angle, and 30 for this right angle. Well, not right angle, but the angle towards the right. So again, we're going to use the triangle angle theorem and add the three angles together. So 2x plus 5 plus the x minus 5 plus 30 equals to 180. So you just want to combine your like terms. So you have your x's here, you're going to combine them, and then all of the non-x's, you're going to combine those. So 2x plus x, that's 3x. 5 minus 5, that's gone, leaving with just a 30. Equals to 180. At this point, just solve for x. So subtract 30 from both sides. So 3x is going to equal to 150. Divide everything by 5. So that, sorry, not by 5. Divide everything by 3 to get rid of that multiplied by 3 on the left side. So that's gone. Leave me with x's again, 50. So, coincidence, I suppose. Number 1 and 2 are both the same answer. So let's move on to the actual number 3. Pause this if you need to. So here you have what looks like a right triangle. This top angle is x plus 30, and this bottom one is 2x. And remember, this is a 90-degree angle. So again, add them all up. So it'll be x plus 30 plus 2x plus 90 equals to 180. So now combine your like terms. So you have x's here, and then you have non-x's here. So you're going to get yourself 3x plus 120, because 90 plus 30 is 120, equals to 180. And now just solve for x by subtracting 120 from both sides. 3x is going to equal to, let's see here, 60 degrees. Yeah, that's about right. And then for the last step, divide it both sides by 3 to get rid of that multiplied by 3 on the left side. So this is gone here, and x ends up being 20. So that's number 3. So for number 4, we have here something slightly different, but not really. So you have a straight line that's a 180-degree angle, right? So a straight line is a 180-degree angle that's being split into 2, and the 2 are 3x plus 20 and 2x minus 5. So these are a supplementary pair. They will add back up to 180 degrees. So let's do that. Let's add them up and set them equal to 180 degrees, because they add up to that. Again, combine your like terms. I have 3x and 2x, that's 5x. 20 minus 5, that's 15, equals to 180. And now just solve for x. subtract 15 from both sides. So that's gone here. So 5x is just going to be 165. And then for the last step, just go ahead and divide both sides by 5 to get rid of that multiplied by 5 on the left side. And x is just going to be whatever 165 divided by 5 is, and that's 33. So that's numbers 3 and 4. Pause that if you need to. We're going to move on to number 5. 5 is very similar to 4. And you have a straight line that's being split into two angles, x plus 15 and 3x plus 5. Again, they're part of a supplementary pair. This angle is 180 degrees. So these two angles will add back up to 180 degrees. So just add them up. X plus 15 plus the 3x plus 5 should equal to 180. Combine your like terms, x and 3x. That's your first like term, and then the other one is right here. So that's going to be 4x plus 20 equals to 180. Then solve for x by subtracting 20 from both sides first. That's gone, leaving you with 4x equals to 160. And for the last step, I want to get rid of this multiplied by 4, so I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. So boom, boom, that's gone. Leaving you with just x is whatever 160 divided by 4 is, and that is 40. So that is number 5. Let's do number 6 for the last problem on the front side. You have this right angle here. It's being split in two. Top is 45, bottom is 5x minus 30. Now it's a right angle. Right angles are 90-degree angles, which means these two angles should add up to 90 degrees. They are a part of a complementary pair. And then just combine your like terms. 45 minus 30 is 15, so it'll be 15 plus 5x equals to 90. Solve for x first by subtracting 15 from both sides. So that's gone here. So 5x is going to be equal to 75. And then for the last step, just go ahead and divide both sides by 5. So you're going to have yourself, this is gone here, and x is just going to be 15. So that is numbers 5 and 6. We're going to move on to the back side now. So pause this if you need to, and let's do number 7. All right, number 7, a little different. You have two lines that cross each other. And when this happens, you have a pair of angles that are opposite are going to be equal. So this angle is equal to this one, and these two angles are equal to each other. So, and I'm giving you the top and the bottom angles, which are opposite to each other. So according to the vertical angle theorem, these two angles are the same. So set them equal to each other. So 3x plus 5 equals to 4x minus 10. All right, now I have x on both sides. Can't have that, got to get rid of one of them. Left or right doesn't matter, but I'm going to pick to get rid of the left one because that's the small one, I think. That's the easier one to get rid of. So subtract 3x from both sides, which makes the x on the left disappear, which is what I want. So now you have 5 equals to 1x, or just x minus 10. And now for the final step to solve for x, just add 10 to both sides. That's gone here, and x is just 15. Super simple. All right. Number 8. Another very similar scenario. You have two lines that cross each other. Oops, that's not how that worked. Like this. Yeah, better. So again, you get yourself two angles that are opposite are going to be congruent or identical. And I gave you this angle here and this angle here, and they're both opposite to each other, so you can set them equal to each other. So you can say that x plus 12 equals to 150. This is like the easiest problem in the world. Just solve for x by subtracting 12 from both sides. So that's gone here, and x is just going to be whatever that subtraction is, 138, I believe. Yeah, that's it, you're done. Like, how easy was that? Super easy if you ask me. I'm not even trying to trick you in here. Just lots of easy problems. All right, pause this if you need to for number 7 and 8. And number 9 is just like number 8, another super easy problem. Again, when two lines cross each other, angles that are opposite to each other are going to be equal or congruent. And I'm giving you opposite angles here again. So you can set them equal to each other because they are equal due to the vertical angle theorem, postulate theorem, one of those. Okay, easy peasy. Add 20 to both sides to solve for x. So 7x is just going to be equal to 140. Oops, that's supposed to be an addition sign here. There we go. And then just divide by 7 to get rid of that 7. And x is just going to be 20. That's it. That's number 9, right? Couldn't really get much easier than that. All right, number 10. 10 is really not that much harder, but it's a little different. You have two parallel lines here being split by a third one. So AB is parallel to CD. That's what the problem states. So if AB is parallel to CD and it's being split by a third line, a few things kick in. First of all, the corresponding angle theorem, which is the one we're going to use here. So corresponding angles are, I'll just color code them. So these are two are corresponding angles. These two are corresponding angles. These two are corresponding angles. And then these are corresponding angles. So I color coded all of the corresponding angles. So if those angles are the same color, you can think they are the same angle due to the corresponding angle theorem. If two lines are parallel, they're being split by a third one. So, and I'm giving you these two angles here. And if you're looking at the colors, you're like, oh, they're both the yellow colored angles. They are corresponding, which means they are going to be equal. So set them equal to each other to find x. Now I have x on both sides. I don't want that. I'm going to get rid of one of the x's. I think the smaller one is easier to get rid of, so I'm going to get rid of 4x on the right side. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. So the x is gone on the right side, which is what I want. I'm going to have 5 equals 2x minus 3. Now just solve for x normally. Add 3 to both sides. So that's gone here. So 2x is going to be 8. And then for the last step, just go ahead and divide both sides by 2 to get rid of that 2 on the left side. That's gone here. And x is just going to be 4 because 8 divided by 2 is 4. And that is the answer right there. So that's number 9 and 10. Pause this if you need to, and we're going to move on to our last two problems. So number 11, similar to 12, you have two parallel lines. HM is parallel to GF. And it's being split by a third line. Now, another thing that happens when two lines are parallel, they're being split by a third one, alternating angles that are exterior or interior are going to be the same. So for exterior angles, there would have been these angles are equal and these angles are equal. And for the interior ones, these two angles would be equal, and then these two angles would be equal. So look at the color coding here. So this would be the yellow and the green ones are the alternating exterior angles, and the blue and the red are the alternating interior angles. Well, let's see which ones they gave us. They gave us this angle here and this angle here. Those are interior angles, and they're alternating. Interior because they're inside the parallel lines, and alternating because one is left, one is right. So that fits, which means you can set these equal to each other. You can say 8x plus 30 is equal to 12x minus 10. All right, and now get rid of the one of the x's. Again, I think the smaller one is easier, so get rid of the 8x on the left side. So the x's are gone on the left side, leaving you with just 30. On the right side, you get 4x minus 10, and now just solve for x like you would normally. So add 10 to both sides to get rid of that minus 10. So that's gone here. You get 40 equals to 4x, and then just divide both sides by 4 to get rid of that multiplied by 4 on the right side. Gone here. And x is just going to be 10. That's supposed to be a 4. There we go. That's number 11, leaving you with just number 12. So again, you have two parallel lines. In this case, you have line WQ or QW. Doesn't matter how you read it. And line ZF or FZ. So these two lines are parallel to each other. They're being split by a third line. And then the angles that I give you is this one and this one. Now, these two angles are not corresponding. These two angles are not interior. They are exterior angles, but they're not alternating. They're both up, which means none of the theorems that applies to two parallel lines being split by a third one apply here. So what do? Well, this angle and this angle are corresponding angles, right? Right? So also these two angles are corresponding here. So you can say that if the 10x minus 30, that's the yellow on the left, that means this angle also has to be 10x minus 30. And if the green is 80 on the right, it's going to be 80 on the left because they're corresponding angles. So that's just given to you. Now what you can do is you can take either this pair or this pair. Doesn't matter because it's the same thing. Now they're on the same line, right? Now they are part of a supplementary pair. So pick whichever one you want because they're the same thing. And you can say that 10x minus 30 plus 80 has to equal 280 degrees. We got ourselves a supplementary pair. And now just solve for x. So 10x plus 50, because minus 30 plus 80 is plus 50, equals 280 degrees. And now just solve for x normally. Subtract 50 from both sides to get rid of that plus 50. Boom, boom. And 10x ends up being equal to 130. For the last step, to get rid of that multiplied by 10, we're going to divide by 10 on both sides. So that's gone. So x is just going to be 13. And yeah, we're done with that.